Oi,
Hello?
have you heard the news?
Yes, it was brought to me at the onsen. Have a seat.
Who told you?
Hamsky.
Jolly good.
hmm This is from what I know. Apparently, a high hull training bot came in with a bomb, planted outside the garage. As people were trying to deal with it, one of I don't know if you know Miss Nekabot. She was there, so transported the bomb out somewhere else. Now, I also spoken to some High Hall members at the onset. They didn't know what was going on as well. One of them, Miss V, she seems to be a new member, right? And Mr. Mort, the orangutan that was there, said that a couple weeks back they did had a security risk of more of like a hacker, whatever the case is, and think that it might be slightly related. Regardless, if it is, I gave them from Sunday. I told them 2 weeks before I have to make a move on anything. Obviously, the council will have a talk about it, especially since it happened in Nemesis district, and he's not too pleased. I've picked some people to investigate things. So looking forward for that. But if anything happens between that investigation of that 2 weeks, I'll be moving my efforts to, well, like I said, you might be missing a champion.
Is there a possibility we can avoid the war here? Gormunder himself has offered an option to essentially just cancel things out altogether. He'll recede and he'll just do nothing.
Do you think he'll
And
actually do nothing?
in an attempt to
Gary
put
does
out
something.
in an attempt to put out a fire, I let him know if he stated actions speak louder than words. So if that's the case, if actions speak louder than words, then perhaps action. His gripe apparently appears to be revolving. This entire operation appears to have started because of the existence of Goreburger.
And he's the reason for the Goreburger. This is so fucking stupid. I don't give a shit about Goreburger. Goreburger was when he died, right, and became some kind of omniscient being, right? He plucked me from the material plane and had me trapped, right, until I made a decision because he wanted me to give him followers. He was strong-arming me. And so I made a deal with him and said that for him to gain followers, I would figure out how to make a business so that way it could benefit him in the long run. And that's what I did. There were no, like, requests or whatever the case is. I did what I could. This is his fucking mess.
I know.
He's forced upon other people, right? That he's caused, and then he blames everyone else. So regardless if he steps down from the champions, because to be honest, the champions aren't there to uphold balance or the case. They're there because you guys got a ticket and got into more shit, and that's about it, right? Because him not being part of the champions, he doesn't lose anything, right? He doesn't have to deal with the fucking headaches that we have to deal with. And he's feel free to do whatever the fuck he wants. Still.
He hasn't officially been kicked out of the champions.
Regardless. As you've told me, actions have consequences.
Yeah. I just want to avoid... I firmly believe that this is going to cause a divide in a couple of people, unfortunately.
On what side? On what side? From who?
The champions, for one.
Who's gonna side with Gormother? No one.
Ares,
Tell me,
maybe.
who? Ares is a fucking follower, right? To anyone, right? You give her a good enough reason, she'll stick by you, right? You just gotta make it make sense in her head, right? She's not the brightest out of the bunch. Other than Ares, I don't see anyone shifting. Patty, she's not even like
Evolved.
considered one right now. Right. You got Higgs, he's barely around and also doesn't like how Gorman does things. You got Nomad, but he's most likely gonna see it from your viewpoint.
Yes.
Right. Then you have Clink, and Clink just like, hey, I don't fucking care. I'm just here. You know. As I told the Hi-Ho members, right, this isn't us versus Hi-Ho. This is us versus Gormunder, right? We told them that we respect every single member that's part of it. Like I said, I like Mort. Mort's actually a very intellectual person to have fun conversations with, right? And the new person, Miss V, she seems quite fun. She's quite fine, right? You know, like... I have never had an issue with any other Hi-Ho member but their leader. And if I'm gonna do something, it's just towards the leader because he has caused so much issues. Right? If you want to handle something, like I said, it's within that 2-week slot. You might as well, if you want to do something, figure something out. Right? But regardless, we've told him before, if he does anything that cause terror, that might possibly hurt citizens here, right? We will answer, and the gloves will be coming off. Because last time when we did that, it was basically, this is what we can do.
Alright, well, here's what I gave him as an ultimatum. This could possibly help at least avoid some kind of random unnecessary bloodshed, I don't know. But I let him know again, Goreburger seems to be the entire reason he's pissed off so much. Among other things. So I let him know if the name of the company is changed or removed or something of that nature, he'll cease fire, he won't do anything. And in return, the meat rack won't do anything. Because I think he's primarily wants to go to war on meat rack. The main objective.
He put a bomb in their fucking home,
I know.
David.
I know.
What if Nikobot wasn't there?
According to Hemsky, Nekobot was not the one that defused the bomb. Nekobot defused Gormunder by removing him from the situation.
Okay.
And thus, because Gormunder was removed, he became agitated and then ordered the bomb be placed. And that's what caused the bomb to appear.
Okay. But still...
And I know, I agree, it's stupid. He's stupid. We tried to convince him otherwise, but he is locked in place. He feels like he's being disrespected. He feels like his name's being thrown against the wall. And respect, as you know, is earned. We don't just give that shit out. And with all the bullshit he's done in the past that he regrets, or claims he does, then of course there's going to be recompenses for those actions. There's going to be things that people are going to say. I just want to avoid some kind of stupid course of action, at least on his part, because of hamburgers. Anymore,
I don't know. At this point, like I said, no matter what, right, he'll do whatever he can to get his way. Because what's next then, after that? You get rid of Gorburger, sure.
He's scared of you. He's scared of the council. He's scared of Hamsky. He's not doing this. He's not doing this because I can assure you he's not doing this because he knows he's going to win. He knows he's going to lose. I feel like because he wants some stupid warrior's death. That's why. Men like him speak through honor-bound war, and that's how they talk. That's how they communicate.
This motherfucker, as I've explained it to him, right? I've put it in his fucking face. I'm like, all he's doing is just causing conflict because he wants people to fight. He may say, oh, I don't want to fight. Everyone's my enemy, or whatever the case is, because he made it this way.
No, he maybe in the past, yes, but now he does. 100% he wants to fight. Maybe in the past he said whatever he said whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. Now he wants to fight, and I know why. It's because of some stupid honor-bound bullshit. He feels he needs to fight something. To regain some kind of honor that he feels that he has lost. To regain some kind of respect that he feels he has lost, he has to fight back. And I can assure you, he knows he's going to lose. There's no way he doesn't know the council is going to get involved. If he didn't think that whenever he decided to go about these actions, it'd be stupid. He knows the council is going to get involved. And he knows because of his actions, the blowing up like he did, there's no going back.
Nemesis is fucking... Oh my god.
I know. He almost died to Nemesis. And the rest of you, I don't know.
I just don't... It's just so dumb.
It is.
So, the thing is, I'm not a person that's going to give him what he wants. Obviously, everyone thinks that the council and us are going to go up in arms and go over there. No. We're just going to find him. Because we know that he wants to fight. We know that he's trying to antagonize and instigate, but we already did that twice. Twice, David. We marched up there in his fucking high hole and smacked him around twice. He's not gonna listen unless I or someone actually kills him. And I don't want to do that.
Is there a possibility you could, if I can work some kind of magic, which I doubt, but I'm going to try. Is there a possibility he could just be arrested? If he were to willingly just
That's
lay down and...
That's the second option, right? Because at this point, right, like, he's been going around doing them cases, right? Because we know he can't pay for shit, right? And so that's why we're gonna find him, and obviously he won't be able to pay. And if he does anything to that point, right, we're gonna chuck him to Guardian District. You know?
Okay.
Because at least with the fines, he can at least, if he wants recompense, if he wants the build up, whatever,
Honor.
right?
Yeah, respect, etc.
Whatever it is, right? He can do it by doing good,
Yeah.
right? Not for me, but for the people that he's put in danger.
All right.
I don't know. Everyone's thinking that I was gonna. I bet he had like all his armed forces the next day ready for me at the High Hall.
I have no clue. I just know he discussed this with all of the champions directly, and I gave him a reply out of respect. I didn't yell at him because I knew it wouldn't get us anywhere, and I just let him know that he's still welcome at Heaven's Reach for the moment, and just not to cause any trouble while he's in there. I talked to Hamsky, he's not getting involved, so thank God there's no issues there. And I mean, at least if the council's getting involved, which I can only assume they will, then we can at least assume that they'll have protection.
Generally, like I said,
Yes.
the council has nothing against. Like I said, when I gave you your names and stuff like that, it is not to basically track down and catch whatever. It's basically if something going on to the point where you're running around in Sephira, right, or whoever's running around server, and you're clocked attack or whatever the case is, to know who's an ally and basically evacuate the area or to aid in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Right. We need to make sure that minimal casualties is what I'm trying to go for.
Alright, well, I will do whatever I can to discuss things with Armanda. Again, I doubt it's going to go anywhere. I know, I haven't known him long, but I know what kind of man he is. He's just going to fight. That's what he's going to do. And he's going to die.
I know. It's be a big pain.
Do you happen to have some kind of magical way of contacting him? Or just a simple phone number? I doubt he keeps a cell phone on him.
No, he's got a phone, and usually it goes through to his secretary, Kaze. Kaze tends to handle it, yeah. Like I said, I have high respect towards a lot of the High Hall members there. Right? They're actually good people. Though, you know, like I said, their boss seems to be lacking.
Alright. Can I have Kaze's number or something?
Yeah.
In contact with him. Much appreciated.
No problem.
There's some champions that still aren't aware of current events. I'm gonna let them know as soon as possible, so that way they don't find out later. Knowing them, they're gonna
Yeah.
have a bunch of dramatic reactions.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm leaving up to High Hall, the High Hall members, and as well, if you want to get involved in all this mess, that you guys can handle it. But once that 2 weeks is up, well, then that's when I take the reins.
Roger that.
Like I said, Miss V and Mort thinks that they might have been hacked, but if it was Gormunder to actually order that.
They weren't hacked. They're hiding their tracks to protect their leader.
I'll figure it out.
Appreciate you for meeting with me.
No problem. It's how's it nice to be out for a while?
Honestly, I would prefer to be back at Heaven's Reach and just avoiding all of this bullshit, but I am trying to put out some fires and do my job, so that's why I'm out.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna let you and their people handle Gormunder. Right? Like I said, if you need anything from me, just let me know. Okay?
Roger.
Like I said, I'm tired of this endless fighting with him.
Yeah.